up, everybody? Welcome in on a Saturday night college football game as the Indiana Hoosiers, who have really just sparked a lot of interest across the football world with this new head coach, Kurt Signetti, who is absolutely electrifying the fan base. Going to make the trip to UCLA today and take on a Bruins team that looks like they're lacking a little bit of an identity. What's up, Mr. Adam? Good to see you, my friend. Colin says Indiana's about to go 3-0. We can only hope. Um, I don't know these players. I don't know these teams that well. I know a little bit about the quarterback for Indiana. I know a little bit about the coach. I know what he brings. And we're going to sit back and hang out tonight, watch a little bit of football, and let's have some conversation and kind of get ourselves pumped up for the rest of this season. See if there's going to be something that really merits the excitement that everybody's putting out there. Or, you know what, if it's going to be just back to the same old, which I don't kind of think. Puppet says dollar store football. Bro. Hey, Puppet, I don't think I ever got out of you. Who is your college football team of choice? I don't know that I ever got that. And Miss Lindsay, what's up? Shane McMahon's son plays for IU, I think. I'm not that familiar with the roster, Lindsay, but this energy's flipping electric. Thanks for the quarterback again. Yeah, let's talk about a quarterback, fifth-year guy. I think he's on a fifth-year senior named Curtis Rourke. Came over from Ohio U. He's a Canadian. He's about 6'5", 225. So far this season, he's been flat out electric. And if you ask me what I think it takes to win on every level, it takes that type of quarterback to win games. You've got to be strong, big. You've got to be strong, you've got to be big, and you've got to be smart. And I like experienced quarterbacks, and I definitely can appreciate a fifth-year guy. And here we go. I know what you're talking about, Miss Lindsay. You got to transfer in probably because he's probably transferred because of this gentleman. Sean, what's up, my friend? This is a game we probably wouldn't see without this crazy realignment. Fair. And that's the other thing. I'm really curious about how this realignment looks. I want to see how it plays out. And let's be honest right now. I haven't seen Ohio State play yet, but Michigan is sus. Oregon, they're ninth in the overall, I believe, somewhere around there. This Big Ten realignment, this might be a season for IU to sneak up and be creepy good. I normally can't make Saturday games for just about anything, but let's go. The one with the gator, because gators are cool. I have no knowledge on college football. Puppet, I know better than that. You've got some brain power for college football. And Florida Gators is a pretty cool team. I like the Florida teams. I just like watching them play. I'm really shocked that Florida State, who used to be my favorite football team, is 0-3 this year. They just got spanked by Memphis today. Air attack. And, for a team that was heavily loaded with seniors going to the NFL last year, let's not forget that. They got kicked out of the college football playoff, making their statement to be in this year. Starting the season 0-3 is not a good look. It makes the committee make sure that they feel like they made the right decision last year, regardless of record. Declan McMahon, running back, I think, doesn't play, but clearly better than me. Oh, he's speaking to you, Lindsay. But nice to see you guys. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out for a little bit tonight. We'll just chill and kind of have this game go off together. And we're ready to kick off. I want to keep the commentary kind of light, but we'll call it as we see it. And the first thing I notice is a traditional kickoff that does go out of the end zone for a touchback. So, yeah, Sorsby. What's up, Mr. Rick? Good to see you. Starting running back today is Lawton. and Surratt and Cooper are at the wideouts with Price. Tight end is Horton, and most of these guys on the offensive line. But the one to watch out for is how well this kid Curtis Rourke, runs this offense. And let's get this thing rolling, make it really good, make it huge. I'm very stoked to watch, and we are there in the gun. Got a man in motion, and we're starting it off. Rourke's back to pass. He's got good protection. Lets it go across the middle. Big completion all the way out to the 48. That is number 4 for Indiana. And he looked poised in the pocket and found a good receiver. He is definitely the big guy out there at 6'5" and just laced one right in the middle there. Let's go. What's up, Ian? Good to see you, my brother. There's the first handoff, and he's going to spin off a great defensive pressure by number 20. He's going to tackle him for a 1-yard loss. Lawton did not get out off the edge there as the D-line made good penetration. Dude, it's awesome for college football, man. I love the enthusiasm and energy in it. 2nd down and 11. Back to pass, and the blitzer misses. Going to let it go, and it's tipped up and incomplete. I don't know how he dodged that. What up, Johnny Knight? Papa Poncho? All my homies hate UCLA? I don't hate UCLA. I'm just curious to what they bring to the Big Ten, bro. That was almost a mistake there by Rourke, as he did spin out of the blitz. He tried to force that ball in there to a receiver that wasn't quite open. 3rd down and 11. And there is a motion penalty, I believe. False start. I heard if you don't hit the like button, you may stub your toe. That is absolutely correct. They're going to make it a little bit harder on themselves. You know, this is a different style, a different caliber of recruiting that they're up against. Chip Kelly had just left this team. I think Deshaun Foster is now the head coach. But, you know, UCLA is a big recruiting school, so they have quality players. It's a little different for any bad snap. He picks it up, fires over the middle, caught for a 1st down in stride. Number 13 gets the grab. Dude, that was pretty awesome. Lots of little things are not looking great right now, but it's early in the season, and he just hit him in stride, 1 step, and that is Surratt. Hope I pronounced the name correctly, who made the reception cutting across the middle. Rourke looks pretty comfortable in there. What is up, Alex? Yo. There's the handoff, and this time he gets a good burst on 1st down. The line gets some push, and he's going to get about 6. So anybody else that's watching this game today, hey, what do you think about anybody on this Indiana team? Because you may have a little more knowledge about them than I do. Who do you think may be ready to be in the NFL next year? Start dropping some names in the chat, and we'll keep up with it as we go. Awesome, Adam. I appreciate it. There's the handoff. They're going to hand it back to him again, and he's going to be a yard short. He's going to get about 3 yards on 2nd down, and that is Ellison. That's the 2-headed monster at running back. They do rotate them in. Indiana comes in. It ended up a 3.5-point favorite on the road. That tells me that most people do not think kindly of this UCLA program, not giving Deshaun Foster very much credit as a coach. But the one thing that they do have going for them, we'll go after this 3rd and 1. There's the handoff, and there's going to be another false start, I believe. Yep. The one thing they got going for them is that I think is going to help them develop over time is having Eric Bieniemy, former OC for the Chiefs and the Commanders. He's the offensive coordinator in UCLA this year. And I think he's really, when they get going, he's going to develop that offense. It's going to be better. Yeah, that's what, see? EB, your boy, Eric Bieniemy, former Cincinnati Bengal defensive back. Let's go. Back to throw. Here comes pressure. Fires it across the middle. Complete in traffic for a first down, and they will be right at the edge of the red zone. That is Price. Rourke is throwing it all over the field today. Another nice completion. As this O-line is holding up pretty good when they can not false start. Listen, I think Eric Bieniemy got fired because of the new regime coming in. Oh yeah, he was a great defensive back, Alex. Back steps up. Rourke's going to run it. He's going to take off. He's going to slide down very smartly. We don't see a lot of quarterbacks that slide after they get a good gain like that. Tua, and he will be second down and short here. Yeah, you're talking like 1984. Hey, dude needs to slide. That's the one thing. He learned how to take hits and fall to the ground, but that guy needs to learn how to slide. That's probably the one thing that'll save him. There's a handoff, and what a great play by UCLA to get in the backfield. Number 4 with the stuff there. It's going to bring up third down. Sup, JB? BC hanging in the house tonight, watching a little bit of football. Good to see you, my friend. I love seeing some of the basketball people start to filter in a little bit. We are going to talk some hoops tonight a little bit, probably in the halftime range, maybe a little after the game if everything, depending on how we all feel. 3rd and 5, big play. Rourke's back. Here comes the blitz. He lets it go. Completed. It's a first down. Down to the 7-yard line. It's number 13, Surratt. A lot of poise at the quarterback position. Got to say that having a fifth-year guy that can see the field, he goes through his progressions really well. This game is in your time zone. Surratt goes off the field. It's 1st and goal from the 7. This would be huge if Indiana could put up 7 to start this game. He throws to the end zone. It's a fade route, and it's dropped, but that's going to be a PI on somebody. McCauley was the intended receiver. I think they're going to call DPI on number 6, and they're going to run this up right to the – and that is the correct call. Let's see. He grabs him by – yeah. Has him by the – there's where they got the PI. They saw it from the backside. He had a hold of him by the jersey. That is going to bring up another first down. It'll be 1st and goal, probably at the 1. Be safe, Miss Alex. I love you. All right, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. There's the snap. They're going to push it forward, and the line gets in there, and the D-line is stopping the rush pretty well. Lawton has nowhere to go. I think he's going to lose a yard there. I'm really kind of impressed by the poise of the quarterback. UCLA has came out very aggressive on defense. They're getting a little bit into the backfield, but this quarterback has gone through his progressions and done a very nice job. 2nd and goal. Ball is now at the 3. Back to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Indiana scores first. Is crossing the middle and is wide open in the back of the end zone, and Indiana puts up the first 6 of the day. Let's go. Let's see what the call is here for whether they go for 1 or 2. Not really sure. Man, what a rocket in there. They're going for the extra point. Hold is down, kick is up, and it curves a little but stays in. And that is the first score of the game. Man, that was exciting, man. I tell you what, I don't get many opportunities and really have a lot of desire for college football, but this has been pretty. That drive was pretty stellar. What's up, Vance? Good to see you, brother. Everybody that's in here today, please smash the like. Definitely after the stream, leave some comments. I always like to read through and go back through them, especially if you're quiet in the chat. I definitely am always looking for areas that to make these watch parties more fun and entertaining, and I'm always open to suggestions. Alex and I put forth a ton of time and effort. We want it to be the best experience possible. So you're not hurting our feelings none by dropping something in the comments. But what a nice drive by Rourke and the Hoosiers to open up this game with a methodical drive down the field. They burned up almost 7 minutes of clock, 6.5 minutes. It looked really nice. It may not be all year, but to hang around the top of the standings in the Big Ten and make a bowl game this year would just make everything that much better for us Hoosier fans. We've been screaming for a top-notch football program in a while. And I'm not going to lie, this coach seems like the guy that can really get them there. I loved his pregame swagger. I love the way he talks. And you got to remember, James Madison, where he was at last year, had jumped up from an FCS to an FBS team. They weren't even bowl qualified yet. So he had jumped up that level of competition and still putting out a solid product on the field. They made a comment earlier about his recruiting, how he was going to recruit with the big teams. He says, Google me, I win. I mean, tell me that isn't awesome. JB, Joe, appreciate that. Man, I did not think that this would be this much fun and I would enjoy it. But you guys, man, you guys make me, you give me somebody to watch games with, and that's what it's all about. And I enjoy that immensely. So I appreciate the kind words. Well, I'm really excited now. We get to see how this defense is going to react. Basically, wow, I didn't realize that. Entering the season, the four coaches with the highest win percentage, Signetti is fourth on that list, and there are some really good coaches there. What a great grab by Indiana for a coach. Giving a guy a chance to step up. Here comes the return. He's going to get it out to the 20. What a great coverage tackle there on special teams. Yeah. So Ian, so glad you noticed that, bro. I decided that I was going to splurge and get one for myself. But the problem with it is that the lighting on it, even at minimal settings, is too bright for my camera. So I can't run it. But I'm going to get one for It's in the Blood as well, and I'm going to interchange them out. That's the goal. But UCLA's back to pass, and there's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. Indiana says they got it. And they get the first turnover of the game. Kamara, number 6, very alert, picks it up. Ian, I'll send it to you. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really good, and I will have to talk about it though, brother. Let me give you a call tomorrow sometime, and because I don't want to talk about it too much, but I was able to negotiate the price a little bit, and there's different variables that they don't tell you on how to get a good price on one. So I basically negotiated over $100 off the price. Yeah, I'll give you a holler sometime tomorrow in the early afternoon, 11 to 1 range. Indiana's got it back. They're in the red zone. They're going to push the run, and he's going to barrel forward for about 3 yards. But where the price started in and where it ended up was super affordable as far as what I was looking for. Like I said, the problem is that my studio area is so dark that the light my camera can't absorb the light. It's too bright even on the minimal settings. But it's BA, dude. It's bad. I love it. 2nd down and 7. Good 3-yard rush there. Back to pass. Looking. He's got good protection. Steps up in the pocket. Still looking around. Dodges a couple guys and then smartly throws the ball away as there was nobody open. Nice job by Rourke not to take a sack there. What's up, Miss Georgianne? Well, I tell you what, this is errant territory for you. Are you an Ohio State girl? Just curious. I didn't catch who your favorite college team was. I can show it on the minimal setting, Ian. It just doesn't look right on here, but the lighting is amazing. They did such a good job. 3rd and 7, big play for Rourke, and it looks like Signetti sees something he doesn't like and calls a timeout. He did not like the defensive package that UCLA had on the field and did not see what he needed out of his quarterback, so he burns an early timeout. Yeah, Ian, it wasn't super cheap, but it wasn't god awful expensive for a custom sign either, if that makes any sense. Can't wait for basketball season. Quote from every Duke fan ever. Dude, Penn State. I'm down with that's pretty cool. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're a Pittsburgh fan, a Penn State fan, but just so you know that you're more than welcome here because we don't beat up on people because of who they love. But we have fun in here, except for Adam. We'll beat up on Adam for being a Duke fan. All right, 3rd and 7. Change the play call. Back to throw. Looking down the field. Here comes the blitz. It's a screen over the middle. He's caught. 1st down, and he falls short. Did he get in? They are signaling him in for a touchdown. I think it'll be reviewed. But what a nice blitz by UCLA. And then Rourke smartly gets it to his check down, who has running room. But let's see. Oh, it's close. Let's see here. Number 5. Let's see where he's down. The knee didn't go down. The hand didn't go down. It's right there. Oh, it's going to be so close. Yep. Where the forearm touched, it's down now. I think he's short. Looks like he's short of the line. They may bring this one back. Oh, they're not going to bring it back. No challenge in the college game, I suppose. In Indiana, it takes a 2-score lead. 14 first quarter points. Let's go. Let's go. Duke has more championships all time than Indiana. How many championships do they have in basketball? I'm assuming it's going to be 6. Is that correct? Because you wouldn't bring it up unless you knew the fact. And you got to have something to be, to smear in my face right now. Yeah, so I think he's got a COVID exemption in there because he played a little bit in 2019, not a whole lot, and then 5th full season. Well, I think we're tied then, bro. And then 5 full seasons, and then I guess the grad transfer year. I think that's going to be the difference. I really do. Having an experienced quarterback I'm not really sure on the Canadian front how many Canadian quarterbacks, but he will definitely be in the CFL next year. The question is can he make it to the NFL? It's okay, Adam. I still love you, brother. Just so you know. 7:28 to go in the first quarter. This game is looking like it's going to be fun. This will be an early signature win for Signetti for sure. If they can get to 3-0 today, that would be phenomenal. This is a conference game. The only other team I see, well, I'm not sure. Let me refresh my settings here. What a nice athletic move getting into the end zone there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Michigan State is the only other Big Ten team that has a game, and that kick goes out of bounds. It's going to draw the flag. Illinois is 3-0, but they don't have a. I don't think they have a conference game in play just yet. And what's up? Check it out. Nice to meet you. If this is your first time here, this channel is NFL football based for the most part. We sprinkle in college football, and then I have a severe affinity for Indiana basketball, Big Ten basketball, to be honest. It's nice to meet you. Pleasure to have you. And UCLA gets the first pass complete, and they're going to get it out to about the 37, about a 3-yard game. Buenos dias, Mr. Balin. Welcome to the SIG era. And, I don't like to be that guy, Balin, but in all honesty, if he comes through Indiana this year and turns this program around in 2 years, will he stay or will there be a better offer on the table for him? That's a question that I like to pose because coaches on the rise generally continue to rise. That's food for thought for everybody in the chat. Oh, it's tipped, almost intercepted. Nice play in the secondary. I think it was a linebacker to get his hand on the ball here. Nope. He just fired it through his hands. A little bit much mustard on that. Garbers is the name of the quarterback for UCLA, and it is now 3rd down and 6. And I don't think they like these 3rd and longs. Eric Bieniemy's got a lot to work out here. I think UCLA doesn't look as confident on offense as you would think. Garbers is back to throw. He looks downfield. Good decision. Really close to a first down. I do believe he got it. A big hit there at the end, but a first down for UCLA. Right on. Check it out. Who do you favor, bro? Well, Barry Alvarez elevated Wisconsin and stayed. Yeah, sometimes people get comfortable and they want to be where they're at. Bloomington is very attractive for somebody to stay. All right, there is a play there, and they fake everybody out with the misdirection on the handoff. Nice run by number 2 and gets UCLA another first down. Oh, and this one's coming back. So it takes an 11-yard gain and turns it into a nice, big, chunky loss. Oh, so this one ain't going to be as bad as I would have thought. But, yeah, it is. It's going to be 1st down and 20. Mostly an Illini fan. Bro, I love your basketball program. I'm not a fan, but I love how the program works at Illinois. You guys get some of my favorite players. Play action. He drops off the screen pass as a safe play there on 1st and 18, and he's going to get 9 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Yeah, check it out. Hope you smash them buttons and hang out with us some this year. I do have some Illinois fans that are in here. We have I think 3 or 4 that come in for basketball. And they're mean. Adam had the gun ready if he said North Carolina. And there's a rush. He gets away. Very elusive. He's going to try to run it. He turns the edge and gets knocked out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 6, but a smart play by Garbers there. He didn't have anybody open. He was in full sprint, and instead of trying to force a play that he didn't have, he just took it and took a minimal gain and went out of bounds. He got away from containment from the D-line there and turned it into a positive, so he did get 3 yards on the play. Definitely will point out. Yeah, check it out. This is going to be a good year for the Big Ten in basketball. I'm telling you, it's going to be a very huge year for the basketball side of it. I have so many thoughts on that, but with the addition of these West Coast teams and a lot of talent coming in, Garbers tries to run for the 1st down, and he gets smashed about a yard short. Huge decision coming up as they do make it into positive territory. It's going to be 4th and 1. His name is Ethan Garbers. No, I did a little bit of the early season stuff on where the scholarships went, and then JB, Alex and I have been we've been working a ton, so we're just now getting our rhythm back. I'm gonna try to put together some stuff for the preseason really soon. I will put together. They're going to go for it on 4th. There's the snap. There's the run. And he is going to get the 1st down by the nose of the ball, it looks like. That's Harden on the run, number 25 for UCLA. Watch this one again from the camera on the side, as long as he didn't go down early. And right there. Good run. Almost tripped over his own player. Yeah, I will put one long video out probably for the whole thing, and then we will have a couple streams preseason to talk about things. There's the run on 1st down. He's going to get about 3 yards. One video, one preseason stream, and then as many basketball games as I can do. Bryant Haynes is the DC for Indiana and the linebacker coach. 2nd down and 7. UCLA's in the gun. Back to pass, looking down the field. Lets it go over the middle, and it's incomplete. Reached around, which was number 5 for Indiana. Knocks the ball away. I think the top 7 for Indiana is going to look a lot different this year. For the basketball team, we'll delve into that at halftime a little bit. Back to pass, looking down the field. 3rd and 7, he's hit, and it flies errant. It comes to the ground very quietly. It went between receivers, but took a shot there, and here comes the penalty flag. And they're going to call that roughing the passer, which I don't necessarily agree with. Let's watch it again. As he was coming unevaded, his arm hit the helmet. I think that's why they threw it. But he was raising his arm to block the pass. It's really a bad call, to be honest. But I think by the letter of the law, since his arm did hit the helmet, I think that is a penalty. He's not happy with the call. He's smiling about it. UCLA is going to get a big opportunity now. It is 1st and 10 at the 26. And what a nice, strong run there for 3 yards. He had nowhere to go. That is 22, number Jones for UCLA. This first quarter is ticking away. I wouldn't even say back, Adam. I would say this football team, it's different. They look different. Everything about them's different. We've never seen this uh, from Indiana University. We've never seen our football team really look like they're going to be competitive. Back to throw. Here comes the rush. He's wrapped up and sacked. No roughing the passer this time. Cornerback blitz, number 25. Sacks Garbers for a huge loss. He cannot get rid of the ball. And I think that might take us to the end of the first quarter. Third and 15. Lets it go. It's a screen pass. It's caught, and he is going to be stopped about 7 yards short. And oddly, I must have been wrong on the time. Now we got one more play before the end of the first quarter, and it is 4th down and 7. And UCLA is going to line up for a field goal attempt here. Mateen Bagani, 41-yard field goal attempt. And I think he missed it wide right. It is no good, and we hit the end of the quarter. And Indiana has a 2-touchdown lead at the end of the first quarter. Let's go. What you guys think of that first quarter thus far? I think Rourke looks like he's in control. He looks like a top tier QB, maybe top 15 in the country. Would that be a stretch? It's going to be nice to find out. I got to admit, I'm going to be checking the scoreboard on Saturdays, which I don't normally get a chance to do. Hopefully they have a few more of these primetime games because that would really work for me. Yeah, that first quarter was pretty much on time. You couldn't have asked for anything better. They pushed a turnover into the end zone for a touchdown. They had a dominating opening drive as they had their way going down the field. Quarterback looked good on 3rd down. Made some really good decisions. I think he only made one really bad throw. And all of a sudden, somebody appears in the audience with the tab, Duke sucks. What up, yo? Trying to pick a fight with Adam today, I see. What a channel name there, buddy. So, Adam, who do you think? Who do you think doesn't like you? Just curious. I was looking at the picture. Yeah. If so, if that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take your word for that. And what is up, Mark? Good to see you. If that is you, of course. there's the kicker right there. Grange is a big time former Pac-12 fan with his Arizona Wild Kitties. Balin says, I think Sig is in it for the long haul for IU. I think they'll get him with the cash bag. Yeah, that's fair enough. They do have the money, and being relevant in the football game is something this university's looked for a long time. Tom Allen, I love Tom Allen's energy for football. He just couldn't get the results, couldn't get the recruits, and therefore, it just never really worked out. And if that's not Mark, politely go F yourself. Dang, Adam, you're on time, bro. 2-0, 2022 Final Four. All right, Duke Sucks. Thank you for the comments. You and Adam can politely just battle it out. All right, we're starting the second quarter. It is first down for Indiana at the 23-yard line. Rourke is in the gun. Let's see if they can keep their foot on the gas pedal here. And they're going to go play action. Quick slant to the middle. Going to get about 9.5. Pretty nice throw. Arm talent is definitely there. All right, they do give him the first down there. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 34. Rourke's in the gun. Looking again, fires it to the edge. He's got a wide open receiver for a first down and more. And he's going to cross midfield and get up another first down. These wide receivers are very physical for Indiana as they lower the shoulder. He initiated the hit there and took the DB out. All right, it's another first down. Ball is at midfield. And there's a run play. He's going to push it to this edge, and he's going to get about 4 yards, maybe 5. They're going to give him a 5-yard gain on that. Ball's down at the 45. It is a different look. I've never watched an Indiana team be in control of any game. I felt like no matter how well they were playing, they were one play away from losing. 1st and 2nd and 5. They're going to hand it off again. They're going to push the run game. He's going to barrel forward. He's going to get a nice shove, and he's going to get about 8 yards. There's a little activity after the play, but he's pushing hard, and that is Ellison. Nice 2 runs in a row. Just keep them legs a churning, get ahead of the line, and let them push you. Ellison went for 117 last week with 2 touchdowns, and he's looking like a baller today. There's the handoff. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. They try to go 3 times in a row to that play, and this time the D-line for UCLA gets a stop. Like arguing with Sports Cat. That's hard to do sometimes. Speaking of Sports Cat, where's he at? Normally on college day, if we were in here. All right, 2nd down and 9. They gave him a yard. There's the motion. He's back to pass, looking down the field. Hits the slant. Ball goes flying up in the air. Good defensive play by number 3 there to jump that route and break up the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Passing on third down today, Rourke is 4 for 4 for 56 yards and a touchdown. Well, they just put that up, so now it's time for that to change. All right, here comes the blitz, and they're going to hand it off and not take the chance on running it here, and it's going to bring up 4th and like 7. Going to call it 6 here. Let's see what they decide to do. I don't know that they're in field goal range, so they're kind of in that no man's land. Wow, Ewers left the game with a knee injury, with an injury. It's Manning time. 4th and 6. Here comes the blitz. Picked up, fires, and it is incomplete. Good play by Clark on the defensive side to jump the route, and UCLA is going to get a turnover on downs here as a little bit of a momentum shift. And we go to commercial. Man, that's scary. I don't like the injury bug thing. That really, I'm definitely going to have to bring that game up and see how that's going to be. We'll get that brought up on another screen over here just in case. Playing University of Texas San Antonio. Texas ranked number 2 in the country right now. Archie Manning rushed for a 67-yard touchdown. What? Did that just happen? Arch Manning coming in hot. Oh, he must have left early in the game. Arch has a 19-yard touchdown pass and a 67-yard run. They don't miss a beat when they go from A to 1A to A to 1 to 1A. Reportedly a lower body injury. I'm really surprised Arch stayed at Texas, knowing that he wasn't going to start this year. But I don't know what they're paying him, but it's probably a good thing Texas retained him. Adam, I see your Duke Blue Devils are losing today to UConn. He gets enough money because of his name. He doesn't need NIL. Fair. Yeah, you're down 21-17 in the third quarter. 6:33 to go. I don't know. You just got the ball back. Texas San Antonio is running the ball down the field. Or they've got the ball in scoring range, it looks like. Sunday night football, Bears and Texans. Not absolutely sure. No. They missed a field goal to tie at 36-all at the end of regulation. It just curled left. Yeah, they played a pretty good game. Just couldn't get it done. Back to throw. Fires it. Bad pass. Garbers is incomplete. That was very good coverage by Kanye Clark on the outside there for on that third down play or fourth down play, whichever it was. Yeah, that might be the best game of the day. And there's a very big misdirection play, which equates to a very nice run for about 9 yards for UCLA. That is Jones, number 22. He's been a solid. These teams really go with the two-back lineups for sure. Yeah. What's up, Austin? Go Tigers. There's that LSU Cajun type of script in there. That was a good game. I didn't get a chance to see it. I did see the end of it in the highlight reel. Back to throw again, looking downfield. There comes Contain. I think he's going to be sacked. He did not get the ball away as the D end, number 99, does get there. And what is up, Austin? Good to see you, my friend. Are you an LSU fan, my friend? Nice job. That looked like that. What do you call that? That looked like the hip drop tackle on that quarterback there. Tennyson left that game was higher than Willie Nelson. Dude, I got a Willie Nelson story. Next commercial break. Remind me, and I'll share it with you. One of those awesome personal experiences in life. He gets the punt off. They call for a fair catch, and he's going to take that fair catch at about the 10-yard line. 9:50 to go in the second quarter, and the Hoosiers have a 2-score lead, 14-0. LSU did win, 36-33. So, where I work has a stage in a stadium, and Willie Nelson played there. So the deal with Willie is that he wouldn't come in and stay in the hotel. He always stays in his motorhome. So we got him hooked up on our side of the property. I work in maintenance, and then I got him hooked up on our side of the property, and he sat out there, and every time we walked by his tour bus, 24/7 for 3 days, he sat out there and did nothing but smoke it up. So he had his concert and hung out for 3 days, and then but he just sit there and smoked it up the whole time. And he'd come out, and he every time we walked by, he'd talk to us, just say stuff. He was a cool guy. But you're right, he was always hiring groceries. Yeah, check it out. That's the main thing is that I I love the gambling aspect of college football. It usually screws me in the NFL, but college it seems to be you can work it out a little bit better as long as you're not stupid or you make stupid bets. Don't ever want to say anybody's stupid, but that's why I try not to bet on my teams, stuff like that, because I try to stay away from the bets that involve the heart. But so far today, Curtis Rourke has looked the part. 8 for 12, 109, and 2 touchdowns. This Indiana team has the ball back, 11-14 before the half. UCLA is kind of getting in desperation time to get something together in this first half. If they put together a long drive here, so Texas is firmly ahead in that game. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Looks like Duke is on the drive. Looks like Duke is 1st and 10 on the UConn 7. There you go, Adam. Garbers just doesn't seem to have it. He needs to stop starting so slow, and UCLA needs to run the ball. Yeah, that's an excellent point, Danson, man. Garbers does not seem to. He seems a little light on his feet in the pocket, not real comfortable. And if they could really push the running game a little bit harder, than with them two backs, they look like they could get it together. Uh, he just doesn't seem to have the same thing that Rourke has here for IU right at the moment. It is 1st and 10. Ball is at the 10-yard line. They fired it. It is complete for about a 6-yard gain, maybe 7. Surratt has a great set of hands. And this Rourke kid can really hum it. Clock's going to continue to go here. Looks like it's going to be second down and about 4. Man in motion. They're going to go play action. Fires it. He gets a completion. He gets by the initial defender. He jukes him out of his shoes, and Cross gets a first down. Wisconsin did take a pounding today. Alabama looked the part, in the initial part of the minus Nick Saban era. We'll see how they hold up over the course of the season, but so far so good. Wisconsin's usually pretty formidable. Looks like they put up about 42 points on them, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like 42-10. All right, 1st and 10. There's the snap, hits his check down, and that's going to be about a 3-yard gain. He stays in bounds. Bring up 2nd and 7. Looks like it's 2nd down and 7 here, like we called. They're going to go play action, and they threw that in the dangerous spot there as number 3 jumped the route. I think Kirkwood thought he had the ball. I think his own guy knocked it away from him. And let me see the play. Yep, he ran right into his own guy trying to break the play up. He did jump the route really well. Number 2 kind of comes in there and knocks the ball away. Rourke knows he got away with one there. That's the second mistake I've seen him make in this game thus far. Brings up 3rd down and 7. We have not seen him go for the long ball yet at all. They've stuck in this intermediate game. Here comes pressure. Lets it go over the middle. What a nice throw and catch by Cross. All the way out next to midfield. He feathers it right in that zone. What a nice throw by Rourke. Just dropped it right in there. What a nice throw. That was even a better grab. 3 catches for 31 yards. There's a break to the outside on the running game there. He's going to get about 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down and about 8 as they are trying to melt this clock down here. We've passed the halfway point of the second quarter, 7 minutes to go. Anybody that's new to the chat today, check out some of our other broadcasts. Myself and my daughter, we have a blast in here. Podcast is on YouTube Music, Blood, Sweat, and Sports. All of our play-by-plays are there as well. Rourke's back to pass. He's going to let it go deep down the side, and miscommunication there between him and his wide receiver. Looks like he was supposed to be on a curl, and he was running the post. If you haven't thus far, smash that like button and hit that subscribe. Come in here and hang out. Except for, Adam's dysfunctional family here when they come in and bash on him for being a Duke fan. Other than that, it's a pretty homely place to be. All right, UCLA's got a chance to get off the field here. Ball is at midfield. It is 3rd down, and there's a stoppage in the clock. I'm not sure what Signetti's upset about, but they reset the play clock to 25. And here we go. It's 3rd down and 7. Ball at midfield. There's the snap. Rourke's got time. Checks it down. It's completed. He slips and falls about 4 yards short of the first. UCLA mans up and has a hold there. I'm assuming that if it's just me that I'm going to punt here if I'm Indiana. Don't want to run that risk just over midfield, but I'm always wrong. They're going to leave the quarterback out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th down and 3. They're going to try to hurry the play up here. UCLA drops 2 back, and there's a flag on the field, but I'm not sure. I think the referees might have botched something here, but I'm not certain. And they're going to get an offsides on the defense here, and that is going to give them a first down. Where is it at? Well, how is that offsides when he gets back? I think I disagree. He didn't touch him. And why do you blow the play dead on an offsides? Is that a college thing that I don't know? First and 10. Ball is at the 41. Rourke's back to pass. He has to roll out, avoid pressure, looking downfield. Throws the check down, but it's incomplete as the wide receiver was coming back to him. Clark with another good play on defense. This little defensive back out here for UCLA is doing an amazing job of getting his hands in and sticking coverages. Brings up second down and 10. Miami of Florida added on a field goal. They're up now 41-0. That was offsides. And there he breaks it to the outside and is going to get about 7 yards, but it looked like UCLA jumped it. Just so everybody knows, at the end of the first quarter today, yeah, he was offsides. Stoops and the Kentucky Wildcats got a 3-0 lead over Georgia. Upset alert. 1 quarter down. Got a lead. All right, it's 3rd down and 3. Very manageable. I'm assuming it's 2-play territory. I'd run the ball if that's the case. They're going to throw it. Looking downfield, he throws it to the end zone. It's caught. Cross is going to go down right at about the 1.5 yard line. He floats it in there. Cross cannot keep his balance, and they are going to be 1st and goal at the 1. Nice to meet you, Austin. I hope a chance to get to chat with you a little bit more in the future. Thank you very much. I appreciate your subscription. There's a handoff, and it's blown up, but he's going to push his way. They say that he made it in. He went down right at the goal line. That is another touchdown for number 6 for IU. That's the same kid that put up 2 last week. That's Justice Ellison. What is up, Richard? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Indiana has put up 6 more here. Let me fix the score. $20-0. Ellison comes off the field with a little bit of a limp there. Something to be concerned about for Indiana fans. Chase and Miss Charlie's in the house bringing some friends. And keeps his knee up there. Dives forward. It's really close. You can't really see where the ball went down. There it is. This will be the best angle. I think there's – oh, yeah, he reached it over before he went down. Very nice call by the official to get that touchdown right. Whoa, we're going to hit it here in just a second. It looks like get Jim, bro, that would be amazing. Get your college football playoff tickets for Indiana University. I don't necessarily am going to go that far yet. What's up, Scuba Steve? Nice to see you. Let me hit these folks that just came in. What is up, Richard? Miss Danny D, Miss Charlie, much love, Charlie. Pauletta Niebling, nice to meet you. Looks like the extra point is good. Or no, they're confirming the touchdown. It's a great raid, Army. We love the raid. We definitely like to raid around here, especially in the sports community. Also, I come from the treasure hunting community as well, and we do things on a very personal level. Mad Yacker raid, love. It's been a hot minute, but I heard it was the 10K subscribers. Dirty Mag Yackers. Extra point is up, and it is good. And Indiana is up 20. Whoops, what'd I do there? Did I do something wrong? What happened? Let's try this again. Something went wrong there. But I do appreciate the red. What is up, BMF? Brockton Magnet Fisher in the house. Dude cannot ride a bike. All right, Miss Danny. See you later. Thank you very much for stopping by. You remember your first stream, LOL. 21-0. Got a great day going on here. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody that rated in. Indiana looks like a higher tier team right now. I'm not going to jump ahead and say they're going to be a great team because this UCLA team is not great. But when you go 2,000 miles and play on somebody's home turf, and they come and they're one of the biggest programs in the country, it is always nice to have a big lead, especially when things are working out. And bro, Brockton, listen, I just love to bust on you. Did you see my comment on Facebook that I made about your video? If you didn't see it, go look at that and answer me, because I'm really curious, because that's what I thought when I watched it. But you were having a lot of trouble with that bike, and I just thought it was funny. How does anybody have that much problem on a bicycle? And definitely chasing Miss Charlie is one of the good ones out there. She is Richard, thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. Stop in anytime. If you have sports teams that you like, make sure you talk about it in here. We have a very honest and good community around here. It hated me? I don't understand that, Sean. Oh, the bike hated you. Listen, I don't know, dude. There's some gremlins messing with your stuff, brother. You just did not seem like you had a very good time on riding it. I mean, how do you mess up riding a bicycle? And you know I'm just busting on you, dude. I watched your video, commented on it, gave you that thumbs up. But I did have to make a snarky comment. 21-0, Indiana fans. 4:21 to go in the half. Couldn't have had a better start to this game. UCLA's got a lot of work to do as the defense looks sound. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's an e-bike. Just saying. Anything that's got a battery is got a little bit harder to run on. 21-0. We are out here in Southern California at the Rose Bowl playing the UCLA Bruins. Bart, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. I'm not a foosball fan, but I support all of y'all. Bless your hearts, brother. We do it all. This channel is mine and my daughter's, and we have a blast doing it. And we've made some great friends in this community as well. I love it when the treasure hunting folks stop in and show love, because it's a really good crowd. and UCLA brings the kickoff out, and he gets squashed at about the 25-yard line, it looks like. So where is Alex tonight? Well, she was just behind me a few minutes ago, and she has just headed to the house. She will be off tomorrow, and she will be getting us ready to rock for we're going to be in here tomorrow afternoon as my Cincinnati Bengals travel to see her Kansas City Chiefs. And we're going to have a football game where it's a family battle. And I'm sure it's going to be a great stream at 4:25 tomorrow afternoon. As those streams when we have Cincinnati and Kansas City, it's always fun. Panthers are at 1 o'clock in Charlotte. Yes, sir. Good luck tomorrow. If you haven't joined, our CBS Pick'em is in the description. Alex will get you caught up to make sure that you are in a competitive frame. We do have nice prizes in here at the end of the season. Week 1, Rob FL Thunder went 15-1, I think. The only game he lost was my Bengals. 75-0, the Chargers. Listen, Adam, watch this. I'm gonna go 20-14 Chargers tomorrow. I think it's going to be a better game for your team. I'm going to give Dave Canales some time, but I think they will fare well in their home opener and play a more competitive game. However, if it was Brandon Staley still coaching the Chargers, I would find a way to give you a 17-16 win. But Coach Harbaugh does not give away leads once he got them, and Justin Herbert is a top-notch quarterback. They don't have everything figured out just yet, but I feel like your Panthers are going to look good tomorrow. Best I can give you, bro. Let's see. Because I'm guessing. I knew it. I can tell, bro. I figured that straight up when I first started watching it. 68-0. You right. Adam, it's just coming time. It is coming time for your quarterback's got to start making some kind of progress, or you guys are picking first. That's what it means. I think he ought to rely on Adam Thielen a little bit and just kind of get into some rhythm with him and hopefully find some running game. It's still a mess down there. Adams got the ball back on the Yukon 23 down the point. There's a fire. What a nice throw and catch for UCLA. They look like they're in hurry-up mode here. 2nd down and 1. Flores Jr. made the catch. Indiana's defense has been pretty on time today. 49 total yards for UCLA. Garbers is in the gun. 2nd down and 1, looking to make a play here in the hurry-up. There's a handoff, and UCLA has an opening but doesn't take advantage of it as the running back, Harden, decided to make a cut instead of getting north and south there and got taken down after a 2-yard gain. 1st and 10. Indiana looks like they're going to drop one deep safety back here. UCLA looks a little bit desperate on this drive, running their 2-minute drill. There's a handoff on the delay. That is called a draw, and he is going to get 5 yards on 1st down. Yeah, Brock, I saw that when I first started watching. I was like, this edit makes no sense to me, and this is not how Sean edits a video. Just saying. Second down and 6. Back to pass, looking down the field. He's got time, lets it go. Nice throw to looks like the tight end. That's number 88. Big gainer right there for UCLA. Going to get the ball into positive territory. And that is 1st down and 10, 2:28 to go. Ball is at the 46. Tight end's name there was, and I think there's an audible called at the line, Molokai Matavio, the tight end, made the grab there. Chunks it out, and it's incomplete. He goes back to Matavio on the screen there, and it just didn't quite have it. FL Thunder digging with Rob tonight at 9:30. Be on the lookout. Digging It Back's live stream for adults only. You're not going to want to miss the first half hour of this live stream. Charlie is back. Charlie is back. 2nd down and 10. Garbers is back to pass. Here comes pressure. He steps up. He throws it downfield. He's got a wide open receiver in the middle of the zone. That is number 1. Another nice play. This young receiver that he's got out here seems to find his way to be open. Garbers is starting to warm up a little bit, get a little bit of rhythm in this defense that's been pretty much had his number all day. Mr. Rob had a wonderful day, I guarantee it. Mr. Rob picked up some bling for his members. If you haven't joined the FL Thunder Digging with Rob membership program, it's well worth the investment, as there will always be fun stuff happening there. Rob is a big-time supporter of this channel and a big-time supporter of me, and he is our friend, no matter how much I want to beat on him for having me blocked from his channel. Slob. And we don't know how I'm blocked. It just happened. We are definitely going to, when we hit halftime today, we're going to briefly go over the first half, and then we're going to talk about some basketball. He did block me, but I got more than one channel. I can come right back. Awesome, Rob. I'm glad that new truck's going to work out for you, my friend. And then we're going to talk a little bit of basketball, as a lot of the folks in here today from the It's in the Blood side of it are supporters of the basketball streams. And we will see what we got. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Looks like Duke has taken the lead in the game against UConn. That's one they can't afford to lose. Yeah, I wish I could light up my sign and then not blind you. I'd love for y'all to see it, which we might do that at halftime too, just basically because, but it is too bright for the camera. I can't run it. I got to figure it out even on the minimum settings. And it's supposed to be for my man cave down here. There's a handoff, 1st and 10. UCLA has got the ball down almost to the red zone. Eric Bieniemy's got these guys are rolling. And I love their team jerseys. It says UCLA, but it's got the Air Jordan. Cool. Yeah, Brockton, I don't think I would do that again, bro, just so you know. All right, it is 2nd down and 7. Back to pass. Here comes pressure, and they're going to. Oh, he gets away. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 15, the 10. He's going to go down at the 1-yard line. And it is so close to getting in. The rush come by, and he spun out of the sack and takes off. 2 guys missed, and he almost gets it into the end zone. Garbers with the double spin move, running for his life. It is 1st and goal, 51 seconds to go. If the ball is at the 1.5-yard line, here we go. Are they going to get it in the end zone? And he does. It's a rushing touchdown. UCLA gets on the board in the last 42 seconds of the half. I believe they're going to take an extra point here. I don't know why you would go for 2. But what a nice handoff there to Harden. A little bit of misdirection in there. I don't think the defensive line saw him get the ball. Hey, it's always worth a try, though, Sean. I know not, but it's always worth a try. Are they going to go for 2? They are not. Kick is up, and it is good. UCLA ends the half on a positive note as they get the score back to 2 touchdowns at 21-7. As we approach halftime, did you listen, man? I can't help myself. If I see something that I don't think is helpful to you, I will definitely call it out. But it's worth a try. It's worth letting it try to do it. But yeah, it didn't work out so great. I couldn't. Some of the things just didn't make any sense to me, and I was like, "This has to be something to do with AI." But hey, bro, Saturday night premiere, dropped it out, showed you. At least I got a good laugh out of you trying to run the e-bike, and you just couldn't get it done. I thought that was kind of funny, honestly. We are coming up on halftime here. Let me go ahead and get a halftime screen brought up. Get that thing ready to rock. Yeah, so far today, for all of us Indiana fans, we have gotten everything out of this game that we could possibly ask for. Solid quarterback play. Solid quarterback play. The defensive side, for being on the road, has done a pretty good job. I think UCLA's had a pretty good time in the run game, as they fared pretty well when they really focus on the run. But TJ Harden's looked really good as the running back for UCLA. And other than, a couple miscues, the early fumble, which gave Indiana an easy 7, I think it's been more than what we Hoosier fans expected today. I did not expect the game to be a 2-score lead at halftime, and I will take that. Jake's in the house. Go Big Red. Don't let them come back on you like LSU did to South Carolina. Absolutely. You've got to stick to your game plan, not take your foot off the gas, but don't get crazy. Adam says, I'll be here for the Chiefs-Bengals game on Sunday. That's probably going to be right after the Panthers game ends. It'll be right after. That's the 4:25 game. Alex and I will be in here full gear, ready to pounce on one another, as there's been some words stated today or this week from both sides. There's always a little bit of trash talk before the Chiefs and the Bengals play. Cam Taylor-Britt had a few words about the new receiver there from Texas. Says, I don't know that it was that bad. He just says he runs fast and straight, but he does run very fast and very straight. So there's always that. It's all in fun and games though, right? Everybody talks smack at least a little bit. I'm not a smack talker myself. I don't want it to come back and bite me in the end, so I keep my mouth shut, and I just wish everybody else would too. But early season woes for them Bengals, they are regretting. I don't know that they're regretting, but they're feeling the loss of Joe Mixon, I think, and Tyler Boyd in the receiving core. I think those guys are very important. I like Miles Cross, the Ohio. Yes, yes, Balin, me too. Uh, he's got that. He's got that moxie. He reminds me of. Let me give you a couple. He reminds me a little bit of your guy up there in Indy. He reminds me of Pierce. He's got a very similar play style. If your Pierce, Alec Pierce, and my former receiver Tyler Boyd had a love child, I would say that it would be Cross. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out here and get us to halftime. Kurt Signetti in his first Big Ten game on the road takes the Indiana Hoosiers in at halftime. And it is 21-7. I do like the way he has a good feel for the ball. He will always, if the play is breaking down, he always turns and looks at the quarterback and comes back, looks for an open spot in the field. You know, if he's not initially open, he has been in good position and he's made some really nice grabs today. He looks like NFL talent. But you got to admire this coach that James Madison last year, whom he brought 13 transfers over with him, that was their first year as a FBS school. And to not be bowl eligible and put up a winning record in your first season in that aspect, that's pretty hard to do. He's full of confidence. He knows what he's doing on the field, and he's got these guys ready to play. It's exciting. Who's busting on you, Brockton? Ha ha ha. You're joking, right? Yes. I don't know who you're talking to, bro. I didn't talk anything about height because you know I'm not tall. But as we get it in halftime, we're going to look over some of the stats of what we had so far today, and then we're going to talk a little bit of basketball. So far today, Curtis Rourke, 14 for 21, 183, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pretty good job. Ethan Garber, 7 for 11, 73 yards, and no interceptions or touchdowns. Not horrible. UCLA has gotten most of their yardage today from the running game, which Titus Mokayu Matamala has got one carry for 55 yards. TJ Harden 6 for 17 and a touchdown. He's been the backbone there. And Ethan Garbers has 6 carries for 15 yards. And Keegan Jones, the total yardage is not where it's at right there, but it's been the mainstay of their offense. Indiana, Tyson Lawton has 8 carries. Man, does that look right? It doesn't even look right. Indiana's got 48 yards on the ground in the first half. Lawton, Ellison, and Curtis Rourke accounting for those yards. The receivings core of Indiana has been very good. Surratt, Price account for 87 yards on 6 receptions between them. Keyshawn Williams, Miles Cross got the touchdown, and Tyson Lawton has a reception in there for 4 yards as well. So kudos to this team coming out playing defense on the West Coast. Done a pretty nice job. They do have 2 sacks in this game thus far. against this UCLA offensive line, which is a pretty good group. They've done a pretty nice job of protecting Garbers, and they've been able to get to him a little bit. So all that being said, man, it's been a spectacular first half for us. I'm pretty excited. I did not think that this was what I was going to see when we got in here today. I'm very surprised at the way this team functions. They are very disciplined in their play calling and how they go about their business. Let us see here. I'm going to look and see if we've been updated yet on our database here and see what I got for you for a little bit of basketball talk. I don't know that they've updated. They have. So, yeah, Kirby Smart is going to be the name that you hear going forward, Balin. I really think, I think he's, as far as the upper echelon of teams in college football, I think he's the one to knock off the pedestal. Right now, I haven't looked back at the scoreboard, but the last I looked, they were struggling in Kentucky today, and yes, they still are. It looks like Kentucky's got the ball up 3 points. So we'll see if they get it together. But, the SEC, there's no easy wins anywhere you go. So that being said, they're going to have to get it together here in the second half against Kentucky. 7:18 to go before halftime. Kentucky's got the ball there. They lead that game 3-0. I wanted to talk a little bit about our Hoosiers on the basketball side. Ballo really presents a different type of playmaker on the inside. He is big, he's long, and he's going to be a force inside there. Nothing's going to come easy with a guy like that in there. 7 foot, senior, 22 years old. Just going to be a big guy inside, and it's going to change the way this offense runs. We've always had the long, lanky, athletic defenders for the Hoosiers, and this year it's going to be different. It's going to allow Malik Renew to play a little bit different style basketball. He's going to have more wing aspect, and that's going to be good for him because he picks up so many cheap fouls in the paint. That guy, he's going to be better off with a guy like Ballo underneath. And, the guys that we thought that we were going to see a lot of, you're going to see Trey Galloway. Looks like he's going to take a step back. I think he's going to be like a 6-man type. I think you're going to see Gabe Cupps have to earn his minutes this year. I think we're going to see a little bit more of this Ja'Kai Newton because I feel like he is a beast going to be on this team and rehabbing. They let him sit, rehab that knee. He is he gets to maintain his freshman status, and he is an athletic monster. I'm trying to think of somebody that he reminds me of, but I really don't have a name for him just yet. And then you've got the additions of Miles Rice and Kenan Carlisle. I think those guys are both going to be on time. So I think our guard play is going to be more athletic. We're going to have a little bit higher shooting capacity. I think Mbako, at the end of last year, his outside shot was really starting to come into it. This might be his last year at Indiana because of his development. Who knows? But I think he was really putting it together. And the kid Bryson Tucker, the freshman coming in, everybody's upset about losing the one guy. But, I think Tucker is going to fill that void just as well. He's not the flashy big name prospect, and I ain't even going to say his name anymore. I put him on a video. But I think with that combination, and then to my knowledge, Luke Goody has been playing excellent in practices. So he's 6'7". He can step up and play in the paint a little bit too. He's a big defender, and he can shoot it. So Miller Kopp never really panned out the way that I had hoped at IU. I'm hoping that Luke Goody gives us a little bit something else. Balin says IU has no choice but to go deep this year. Woody's job depends on it. if he even cares, but I think he does. You know what? I think Woody's a bit of a narcissist, right? You know, when he pulls off a big win, he's like, "I told you we were good." He always talks like that, and he does talk a nice game. He's good at recruiting. His assistant coaches are excellent at getting the right people in the building. I still have some. He's got to adjust his game a little bit more to college, but I think he's got to go a little bit deeper on his bench and be comfortable with it. Um, yeah, I look at this lineup here, and there's not a guy that is on this active roster that I don't think can play. So they've really shored up the middle. They shored up the outside shooting. They added more depth at the four. Uh, I consider Goody a four just because of his height. Him and Mbako are both 3-4s. We'll just say whatever you want to call it. And Renew will have an opportunity to be the type of player that he needs to be. I just feel like, Anthony Leal might be the guy that doesn't see the floor. That he might be the guy that doesn't see the floor on this roster. Him or Galloway or Cups might be, really not getting the playing time, and that's okay. Yeah, well, Balin Dane Five, to me, exemplifies what I feel an Indiana Hoosier is. A guy that that he was not tremendously athletic as a player, but man, he would get in there and grind, hard nosed, scrap for everything. He was a grinder, and he had a really good knack for the game. Coaching under Izzo for all those years, I thought he was a great get. And I don't understand the turnover in this coaching staff, but man, that kick was just curved wide. I don't understand the turnover in the coaching staff at IU. But Dane Fife was not one that should have been let go, to be honest. And and Thad Matta being there, and now he's not there, and now it's Calvert Chaney in that spot. I think, honestly, I mean, Thad Matta's a great mind as well, and now he's at not Ball State. He's at Butler, I think. Again, how things have worked out, but coach has had the opportunity. You think Fife will be back at Indiana in the future? Yeah, I think this situation was just not. You know what? Maybe it was just not for him. I don't know. I mean, in all honesty, how long do you think Woody's reign will be? Let's just say it's a Sweet 16 team this year. You put that into perspective. If you just say it's a Sweet 16 team this year, how long do you think that holds Woody in there? Till 26? Because there will be heavy turnover after this year's roster. You're going to have some NBA, some transfers. Uh, I think every year is going to start looking like what this year looked like. Get a third quarter ready to go because we're getting ready to start. I do hope Five comes back sometime in the future, though. Yeah, so there you go. Check it out. Is an Illini guy. Luke Goody will be a solid 3-point threat for you guys. Yeah. Hey, was there some turmoil for him at Illinois? I thought he fit into Brad Underwood's system really well. I was really surprised when he came over. All right, we're getting this third quarter ready to start here. But yeah, Luke Goody is gonna. I think he's gonna be. He's not. I don't know that he's gonna start, but he's definitely gonna be that one of the top three off the bench for sure because he's going to get out there. And Baco doesn't seem to have the endurance for the long stretches. So I think him and Goody are going to be pretty interchangeable. Yeah, I think everybody wants Brad Stevens. He really loves that situation in Boston, though, honestly. That would have been the get from the get-go. That's the one they should have went after early on, but just never found the timing to be right. I would have fired whoever for Brad Stevens. College basketball is going to be interesting this year. I really love it. I think it's gonna really suck up my time because when it starts, I start watching it and I don't quit. Also, like to thank everybody for hanging out today. If you haven't done so, down in the description, our CBS Sports Pick'em for the NFL is in there. It's only week 2. Get yourself locked in. Alex will get you guys caught up to the bottom of the leaderboard, which is basically whoever got the least amount of wins. Whoever's sitting in last place that has competed them all the way, Alex will put you right there next to them. I think it's 4 or 5 right now. It's a big hole to climb out of, but it can happen. We had some really good picks week 1. But we offer a nice prize at the end of the year. We just haven't decided. Year one, we had a giveaway for a custom NFL jersey. Who knows what it'll be this year? We haven't decided yet. Amazon gift cards, stuff like that. But it's free. Sign up and pick them. And I hope I get a chance to beat you. Yeah, Illinois really disappointed me last year because I really felt like, and I can go back and look at where I had them picked, but I felt like they were one of the best teams in the tournament. I thought Underwood did a great job of getting that team ready to compete, and they just kind of fell off. The wheels just kind of fell off. I thought they had everything that they needed to make a deep run. I haven't seen the current standings. I can look at them though. I don't know if I got the. I don't know if we got a couple that we still have to fix because they just signed up. Christopher Wallace was in here, and somebody else had just signed up that we hadn't. As we get ready to go here, I'll look. Rob's still number 1. Of course he is. He went 14-1 last week. 15-1. Let's see. Standings overall. Robert Clark is still in ahead with 15. Bruce, Jack Felmy, and Jeff Stone. Let's see. Wait, let me get overall. Okay. Let's see. Got a Charlie there at 13. I don't know if that's you, Miss Charlie. So listen, we've got Robert in first at 15, all the way down to 4 is the minimum. So we have and we got Chris and Nash that need to be updated. But yeah, so it's an 11-point lead, 16 seasons to go. Yeah, and that might have been it. Check it out. With recruiting, these good coaches basically know what they're doing with their recruiting. They kind of know where everybody pans out. And maybe Luke didn't like his role this coming season. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what this new open transfer system is set on. You know what? Maybe the NIL money was better. Maybe the promise of more playing time was better. You know what? These guys are going to do what's best for them and their family. And now that they get paid a little bit, it's a little bit different, environment in this college basketball world. But I think it promotes honesty with your players and kind of let them know what happens. Fundamental says Signetti. Dude, it's been very impressive, Fundamental. The team has got a lot of discipline. They don't overextend themselves. They play conservatively aggressive on defense, and this quarterback goes through his progressions very nicely and sees the field very well. He's made 2 dumb throws total, but all in all, they weren't. You got to take some chances sometimes. They were not that dumb, but they could have been. So Kurt Signetti, first Big Ten game so far is an A+, only giving up 7 points on the road, and we're getting ready to start this third quarter. Absolutely looks like this team is poised. Let's see how they respond after sitting for a little while. This third quarter is going to really make up my mind because the old Indiana teams would have folded. They could have got an early lead, but they would fold. Yeah, check it out. I haven't got a chance to go through a preview for the Big Ten yet. That is going to be on my agenda because with all the new teams, that's the main reason I was interested in tonight's game. I wanted to see what UCLA brought to the Big Ten. Right now, I'm not impressed, but they've got a great OC in Eric Bieniemy. They've got a coach that's been there under Chip Kelly for 10 years. I don't. I think this is the beginning for this UCLA rebuild. And they may not be good this year. Let's see how they do. But I think they've got some of the right pieces in place to be better. Playing in the Big Ten is certainly not going to hurt their competition level. Awesome. Glad to have everybody today. Thank you guys for all being here. I definitely appreciate it. Indiana went 6 for 8 on third down conversions and no turnovers. That's what you want to see. Good fundamental football. I was about to say basketball. 21 points. The question, fundamental and Balin, will Rourke make it to the NFL or will he be a CFL quarterback like everybody is guessing? I mean, CFL has got to be the bottom, right? All right, getting ready to tee it up and take off again. Just so everybody knows, Georgia did get a field goal at the end of the first half here, but Kentucky is driving. It's 3rd and 2 with 35 seconds to go on the 35. So Georgia is at risk of being trailing at halftime. The kickoff is short. It's going to be fielded at the 5. He's got a lane. He busts through it and gets it out to the 25. And that's where UCLA will start their first possession of the second half. Listen, this possession is really huge in the game. For example, if UCLA can take it down here and score a touchdown, make this a 1-score game, all that pressure comes right back to Indiana. Indiana's playing loose right now with a 2-score lead. But if they can put together a good drive at the start of this, it makes this game look a lot more interesting. And they got something to play for. And you know that the recruits here at UCLA were all more highly recruited than everybody on this Indiana team. All right, 1st and 10. Garbers fumbles the ball. He's going to get blown up. There's a sack to start the half. Not what they wanted. That looked like the snap was errant. Too bad. It was a little too far to the right. There is a fast man on nose tackle that got in there for that sack. Saw the ball on the ground, smelled it, got to the QB. Nice play for the Hoosiers. Let's go. 2nd down and 15, 5-yard loss. Garbers is in the gun. Tight end is in motion. There's a illegal or a I don't know what the oh my God, they're going to review the sack. Are you kidding me? So they're going to oh my gosh, I don't know how they can call that. I don't know how they can call that when the offensive player lowers his helmet. I don't know how they're going to call that. That's very chintzy. It is a helmet to helmet hit by the letter of the law. I mean, this poor young man for Indiana makes a great play on the ball, and he's going to be penalized for it. Strained abdomen. Ooh. I don't know that they can't call that targeting. Young man's name for Indiana is West. It was a really good play. I don't know that that's targeting. It cannot be targeting. The hit was force. I mean, the hit was strong, so they're probably going to eject this young man for this hit. That's a big loss. That is such a BS call, too. I don't agree with that at all. The targeting aspect of that needs to be taken out of this game because that is not what that is. That is a football play. I don't believe that's worthy of an ejection. And the replacement comes in and immediately draws a flag for offsides. Still froze, Darius. I feel sorry for the young man there. He was play. That was a great play on the ball. That is a BS call. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate the comment, Darius. Thank you. Back to pass. They drop the screen out. That's a good play. It's going to be a first down and more. That is a huge play as he hurdles the defender and fumbles the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Listen, I still don't get that call. Do you notice? I mean, if you're watching the game with us, the momentum shift has been dramatic. A 5 yard loss turns into, yeah, I think they can come back. There, there's more highly recruited players on this team. As quarterback escapes, what a nice play by the QB to get that ball out, and that's going to be close to another first down. Garbers avoids the sack here on the blitz and drops it out and hits his outlet guy for almost a first down. And yes, they can absolutely come back because college football, the kids that are on this team, on this UCLA team, are way higher recruited than these kids on this Indiana team. Coach Cignetti's got to get this defense together and get a stop here and limit them to a field goal. But this UCLA running game is relentless as they get 4 more yards on first down here, and that has to stop. I still don't like the targeting. I don't like the ejection of the targeting call. I can live with the 15-yard. It's not roughing the passer when he fumbles it. Unsportsmanlike conduct. I just don't think it's targeting. So far in this half, the QB looks a lot better. He's made some better decisions except for the fumble, but that wasn't really his fault. And they're actively trying to run the ball. So they're playing like they know they're going to win this game. Big third down here for Indiana. 3rd down and 4. This is a good opportunity to limit this team to a field goal. They're 1 for 4 tonight. They were 4 for 13 at Hawaii. That is abysmal on 3rd down conversion. I like how Bieniemy's wearing the plays on his wrist like a quarterback. 3rd and 4. There's the snap, back to throw. Here comes pressure. He evades it. He's got a room to run. It looks like he's going to take off. Here comes coverage, and he's going to run for the first down. Steve? I didn't stream on mute for 10 minutes tonight. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, brother. Tony V. Good to see you, my brother. We're exploring this Kurt Signetti Indiana team right now, but this UCLA team is showing some fight, and they're working their way back in based on a BS targeting call that took our nose tackle out of the game. Good to see you, Tony. 1st and goal at the 10. It's time. They're going to have to do something to change this up. Here comes pressure. He looks to fires to the end zone, and it is dropped by the Indiana defender in the zone as he was going back on the ball. He hummed it in there. Garber's really fired it up in there. Number 4 for Indiana really read the play well and just couldn't hold on to it. Oh, yeah, both are unranked. UCLA's 1-0. Their lone win came at Hawaii. Indiana's 2-0. FIU and Western Illinois, who they destroyed. So far in this game, the offense has looked amazing. Aiden Fisher just dropped that ball, but he looked really good. He read the quarterback. They're in some kind of a wishbone. There's the play. And the quarter, it was a Wildcat. There you go. I call it the wishbone. I assumed it was Nebraska from 1988. But they read that very well. And attacked the ball there as Garbers was the halfback in the set. Here we go, and trying to be cute is not a good look for this UCLA team. And I assume, Steve, that if Indiana was to win this game on the road convincingly, that they might creep into that top 25 conversation. I'm not sure that they're quite there yet. It'd probably take another couple wins, but getting closer. Back to pass, looking down the field. Here comes pressure. Fires it across the middle in the back of the end zone. Well overthrown. As pressure was coming, they might as well throw a flag. He's laying on his back. They're crying for it. No flag on the play, and UCLA will settle for a field goal attempt here. As badly as that drive went for Indiana, only giving up 3 points is going to be huge in the grand scheme of things. Mateen Bagani has hit his previous attempt. He is off. Ready, the kick is up, and it is curls through the upright and good. 28-yard field goal, and UCLA gets another score here. And we are at, I don't need to move stuff. It is 21-10. I think that drive is a win for both. Just wanted to drop by and show some support. Have a nice rest of your evening, Papa. Steve, we'll be in here tomorrow, 4:25. It'll be a family war, Bengals versus Chiefs. Thank you, Steve. I definitely appreciate it. I was missing your sarcasm earlier. Let's get that up. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be it will take an act of God for my Bengals to win that game, unless Joe Burrow just played out like absolute crap last week. I don't know that he's 100% ready, and I really feel like that D line at Kansas City is going to be after him a little bit more. I don't feel like we have everything that we need in the running game, but I get beat up if I pick against my team. So I have a feeling it might be a long day, but hopefully we can muster together and get some plays. The one thing I'm really interested in is Jermaine Burton. Has had a very good week of practice, and so hopefully that young man gets to go out there and affect the field because we haven't really seen him yet. But they said he has off-field issues, you know, and the same issues that he had at Alabama. So I'm not sure if that's corrected or not. But yeah, I have to pick my Bengals. I'm not allowed to pick against them, or my daughter just beats me to death. So, but it's we're going to be very hard pressed to get a win in Kansas City. It's going to take a perfect game. Adam, if I was you, I'd probably change it. I get it. I don't know. I really don't. I know that we play well in Kansas City. We played well in Kansas City with our backup quarterback at the end of the year last year. I just not sure that Zach Moss is going to have to do something on offense or Chase Brown. We're going to have to get something more going in this running game to overcome Burrow's struggles right now. Burrow will be back, just a matter of when. There's the kickoff. He feels it at the goal line. He's going to get out and blown up at the 13. UCLA's coverage was on time. Indiana will start deep in their own territory. I mean, he really got blown up. We got a UCLA player down clutching his ankle. Yeah, and if you're still in here, Steve, I don't know if what that means for the night game, but I have a feeling that night game is going to be a disaster. So we probably will not be in here for that as well. It's going to take something really special to make us do two in a row. Tony, I appreciate that. I wish I had more time for this football team. I'll read it because I like because it looks good on the screen. For those who don't know, Shane is a fantastic IU sports devotee. Please like and subscribe. Maybe he'll do some IU baseball someday. You know, I wish I had the time, honestly, because Tony, as you know, that this is a huge hobby for us. It is an activity for Alex and I to do things together. It's a way to meet other fans, whether it be the NFL or college athletics. I wish I had more time to do it. I've got a few more years to work, but I would love to be able to do this more because it is a great use of my time. I love being in here. I've met some really awesome people too, and not just people my own age group. It's every age group. Sports fans are just that. They're just fans, and it's awesome. Always trying to get a little bit better, and hopefully one day, maybe it's a great maybe this will be an actually awesome alternative to actual people like Tony Romo or Tom Brady or something like that. I hear some really, really bad college commentators too. Adam, you are awesome. You are a diehard Duke fan and Carolina fan, and I feel sorry for you for at least half of that equation. Hopefully, the Panthers find a way to win 6 games this year. But I have a feeling you guys are picking first. And that is a huge injury. Kanye Clark is hobbling off the field after he was getting blocked and he went down. He twisted that left ankle. It comes down very awkwardly. It looks like it flexed really hard. He has been a fabulous DB in this game. All right, Curtis Rourke comes out for the second half. Can they mimic what they did in the first half and put this game, keep it on ice a little bit here? If they don't score here, we might be in for a treat for a finish. Rourke looks over the field. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 13-yard line. Receiver in motion. There's a snap. Immediately they go back to the run game. Big hole. 10 yards and more. He's going to get 11 as he tries to make a lateral cut to get away, and he is brought down there. That is Ellison. Justice Ellison just got 10 more yards. It gets him to about 25 rushing yards in the game, and Indiana goes into the hurry up. Rourke is in the gun. There's the snap. Looks downfield, lets it go. That should be DPI. There it comes. 6 had a hold of him the whole time. So they're immediately going after the guy that replaced Kanye Clark on the left side, that cornerback, as he held the whole way. First, it's hand fighting. He grabbed him by his wrist and pulled him down prior to the ball coming, and that's what they called the penalty about. I like how the guys on the sideline all look at the official as he's grabbing his wrist. I think he's the replacement for Clark over there because that's the same side he's been playing. 1st and 10. Ball is out to the 39 now. Rourke is in the gun. Looks like a run play. He picks up the blitz. Good job. Rourke rolls out, checks it down. It's complete for a 1st down and more. He's going to get about 16 yards. That's the fullback, number 44. Actually, he might have been a tight end in this set. We'll call him a tight end. I'm used to 44 being a fullback. Good downhill run there. Just kept his head going. All right, it's 1st and 10. Ball is at the 44. Indiana's moving. Play action. Check down to the wide receiver on the right side. He's going to get 8 yards, 9, and then he will be stopped there. Stood up after a 9-yard gain. Clock will continue to roll. As the fog increasingly gets closer and setting in, look forward to seeing all the folks back from last year that we haven't seen yet. 1st down completion. That is to number 44 again, and they move the chains. How was your summer, Tony? Kentucky took a 6-3 lead in at the half. We will keep an eye on that game as this night goes forward because that is huge. Good job by Coach Stoops' Wildcats, the number 1 team in the country, coming to their house and they're playing tough. Smash that like, hit that subscribe button, watch a playlist, see what you like, what you don't like. Let me know. Checks it down to the tight end again, and he gets leveled after a 6-yard gain. That is number 44. I got to figure out what his name is because he's been in every play. I'm going to learn these as well. Zach Horton, senior, 6'4", 252. Looks like he transferred over. Good-looking player. 2nd and 4. There's the hand. No, it's play action. He checks it down to the wide receiver into triple coverage. That is Cooper Jr., number 3. He threaded the needle on that throw. Tony, I love your Lions, bro. They're my second favorite team in the NFC. There's the run play. He's going to get about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 6. Detroit Lions have done a really nice job. It's going to super tough game this weekend. I think it's the best game of the weekend with them and the Bucs. Looking forward to that. I need to see a little bit more improvement for them. But I think that if they keep growing and keep putting it together, that O-line is solid, and Jared Goff will be able to do good things up there. I would not be disappointed to see the Lions win the NFC. F San Francisco. Hands it off, and he's going to be stopped, but he rolls off of it and gains a couple extra yards. Good second effort there by the running back. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. And that is Black. So Indiana's in a really good spot. They're 3rd and goal here. And regardless, every red zone drive has equaled into a touchdown. A field goal here keeps them maintaining their 2-score lead. They just need to make sure they come away with points as there's 5:08 left in the 3rd quarter. Left side looks very open. Here comes the blitz. Fires it to the left. It's caught. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. You can see the overload on the defense to the right. Rourke immediately looks to the left on the crossing pattern, and Indiana scores the tutty. What a nice play. Definitely a score. What a nice play. That is a crushing play because UCLA had some momentum going here. They had to settle for a field goal, but they were driving with confidence. Let's see. Get the scoreboard updated. $28-10. The beauty of Shane's broadcast is that I'm working in my basement away from the TV and can listen to the game because there's no local IU radio. Yeah, that's the problem. And that's the best part, Tony, is that when we started doing some of these basketball games and really focusing a little bit on the Indiana side, is that there are Hoosier fans everywhere. We got Hoosier fans all across the globe that can't get it in any facet. So I don't know that I would call this a service, but it's really nice, a nice way to get Hoosier fans together, I should say, and at least in some aspect, get a decent account of the game. I mean, I've had people come in here and scream at me that they hate it and that they want me to turn on the game, but you know how that works as far as copyright goes, and this is the best that we can offer. But it's fun. I like I said, there's Hoosier fans everywhere. And the thing of it is that Alex brings the Chiefs contingent in here from just about everywhere. We have, and then we have fans of all other teams. We have a ton of Packer fans. Everybody just kind of hangs and chills, and it's really fun. Best decision was to make a sports channel in here. Let's see. Yeah, it was a crushing play. Check it out. Definitely, that really stalled any momentum that they have. Now they're forced to go down the field. They got a little more pressure on them on offense here because being down 18 points with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter is not insurmountable. But they cannot miss on any drives. They have to put up points. Yeah, and like the basketball is so much more fun because the speed of the game is amazing, and I love and I study the game. I really do. My goal is to be decent. I know that I'll never be great, but being decent is important. But yeah, I have so much fun with you guys. It's a great way to use my spare time. What a nice play. They overloaded the defense. There's only three guys on the whole left side of the line. So it's two man-to-man coverages and then one guy that was supposed to be there as well. And he saw it right away that the overload was to the right. He immediately turned and looked and just fired to the one-on-one coverage to the outside and made for a very easy touchdown there. Rourke went 6 for 6 on that drive, 54 yards and a touchdown. He's absolutely looking like he looks like the strongest player on that team because he manages the team so well. These UCLA fans are not daunted, though. They're still having fun. Here we go with the kickoff. I really feel like this drive signifies that their back is against the wall. He brings it out from 5 yards deep, trying to get a big return, and he is stuffed at the 17-yard line. 22-yard return, if you want to get technical, because he was halfway through the end zone where he recovered it. And this Garber's quarterback for UCLA has been kind of serviceable, but this defense has really done a pretty good job of keeping him in check. Time of possession's pretty even, 22-18 in the game. And I love the fact that UCLA has Eric Bieniemy. Teach these guys pro-style offense. I think that's important too. All right, he's in the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. He picks it up well, and he drops it in there. And that is a completion out of the backfield, but it is only a 1-yard gain. Second down and 9. Clock continues to tick. It must be very loud in there because Garbers cannot hear very well as he's grabbing his helmet to try to squeeze it to his ears to make it a little bit louder. Second 9. There's the handoff. Big hole. And he's going to get about 6 yards. It's going to bring up a third and about 3. These IU football games, if they keep playing like this, they're going to be fun. Even if they lose in the Big Ten. This style of football is much more watchable than anything they've ever put on the field, except for like the COVID Tom Allen team was pretty fun to watch. Third down and 4. Big play here for UCLA as they cannot afford to come off the field. Bad snap. He picks it back up, fires it downfield, tipped up in the air, intercepted by Indiana. He's on his way back. He's at the 25. He's going to be tackled there. And IU gets the turnover. Ball that was bounced up in the head. Fisher gets the interception, and Indiana is going to continue on. But, oh, no, here comes the saving flag again. Let's see what that is. They're going to bring this one back. I think they're going to call DPI. They're going to call DPI on that play, so they're going to bring this one back. And that's okay. Get a little bit of hometown officiating. He had as he went to raise his arm to catch the ball I call it a curl or a slant. His arm, he had a hold of his arm and it didn't go up, so the penalty's real. I like the excitement of the pick. First and 10. Now they're reviewing it? Ugh. This game was going by so smoothly. Oh, so Signetti basically had the offensive player from UCLA. They're gonna look at targeting for his tackle because of the helmet to helmet hit. Gilmer blasted in. He did lower the crown. If they don't eject him for the same thing, then it's a little bit of favoritism here. It's going to be targeting. I don't like the rule either. I think you should be able to go out there and hit. Them helmets are put on your head to protect it. Did they call it? See, that's jank. Man, when you see something like that and you see it go the other way, you obviously know that it doesn't seem like it's an even playing field. Granted, I'll take the 28-10 lead any day of the week. Let's go. Back to pass, looking down the field. Here comes pressure. Sacked. 41, Carr gets in there with the knock. No flags on the play. Oh. If they call it, that's crap. How is that roughing the passer? You got to be able to tackle. He didn't hit him with the helmet. It is a sack. You're exactly right. What a jank call. They can't. Oh, my God. That is pitiful. Pitiful officiating. Just saying. Horrible. Play rolls out. Don't hit him. I'm telling him not to hit. There is 2:06 left to go in the third quarter, Tony. Man, I'll tell you what. That's three calls back to back to back there that was just horrible. All right, 2nd and 4 here. Garbers goes to hand it off. He gets a big run through the hole. He's got a wide open, gets him down to the 29-yard line. This running back, Harden for UCLA, is pretty dang good. He finds the hole pretty fast, and he gets through there. This defense is a little bit on their heels right now because they're afraid to hit. I don't know, but I would bet that we hear something about the officiating from this game after it's over. TJ Harden with the 14-yard run there was excellent. Ball's at the 29. There's a handoff again. He's got another hole. Same play. First down and more. He's going to run it all the way in for a touchdown. TJ Harden gets UCLA back into the end zone as the officials are trying to will this team back themselves. That's my sarcasm. Oh, and they're going to bring this one back as Mr. Umpire or referee decides that he has to make it look fair. Let's see. He's got him across his chest, and he was held. Good call. I was getting ready to put 6 points up. Now it's first down and 16, and that might be the straw right there for UCLA. They needed that tutty in a bad way. As the third quarter is coming to an end, it is first and 16. He's back to pass, which has not been very successful. He's going to be tripped up. There's another flag. They just keep coming. This one should be a hold on offense. Yeah, so this one's going to knock them back 15 more yards. I think these officials in this game just want to be the ones that control it. Calls on the left tackle for illegal hands to the face. And he is pulling the helmet. Yeah, that's just bad play by the left tackle there. That brings us back to first down and 31, all the way back to midfield. Does karma play into this at all? He's going to look forward. He drops it off. He checks it down. He's going to get it, and they're going to get about down to the 42 maybe. That is going to be the end of the third quarter. (28-10), 18-point lead going into the fourth quarter. A little bit of karma on the officiating there, I feel. What a fun game, though. The officials have made it a little sloppy, but you start getting the penalties and stuff like this when you wear out a little bit. All right, as we start the fourth quarter, everybody that's in here so far today, thank you guys very much for hanging out. I definitely appreciate the conversation. It makes it a lot more fun. I would appreciate if you would smash the like button, help get me shared out to a few more folks. Maybe I'll make some new friends. Definitely appreciate all 31 of you that smashed that button for me today. What's up, Mostly? Good to see you, brother. Mostly, I'm just going to tell you straight up that I'm excited because of this new coaching regime that's come in here. I like the restructuring of the Big Ten. I wanted to see what it was all about. And this game happened to be a primetime game where I got an opportunity to be home to see it on a Saturday. So it seemed like everything worked out excellent to put this in here for some of the Hoosier crowd in here and the Big Ten crowd. And we've met some. I think we met a few Pac-12ers. So it's been productive, fun game. This quarterback for Indiana, Rourke, looks really good. 6'5", 225. He's made a lot of good decisions today, and he's really maintained the pressure on this UCLA defense. I like it. You doing okay today, my friend? Yeah, this 28-10, it's at 38 points. I think the over under was 46. So it would have been a good bet today to take the over in my Hoosiers, but I don't bet on my team. I thought about it. I don't. Adam says he's still awesome. How's your Dukies doing? Let me look at this Georgia game first of all. Duke got the win. Congratulations, Adam. You held off UConn. We got 10:40 to go in the third quarter, and it looks like the Wildcats are driving against Georgia, which this could be a bigger deal than what you can imagine, honestly, because Georgia is considered top dog right now. Next game is versus, let's see, who's that? Kentucky's doing an excellent job here. Looks like they're controlling the game with Wilcox running the ball. Middle Tennessee State. Definitely want to see how this game turns out. It's a little bit behind us. Then after that, North Carolina comes to Durham. What do they look like this year? I know you're going to give me a false negative thing, but I know after you lose your quarterback to the draft, it's sometimes a little difficult. Second down and 24, back to pass. Here he goes. He has time, throws the check down. He's got blockers, and he is going to stay on his feet, dodge a couple tackles. Wisconsin looking like a D3 team. Dude, they're playing Alabama. The recruits are a little bit higher there. I mean, you can make the comparison to D3. Definitely just different spectrums. Oh, Balin. That was such garbage, dude. That sack was not roughing the passer. But karma has set in on the next couple plays. 3rd and 14. UCLA has to make this. Indiana drops 7 back into the coverage. Fires it downfield. What a nice play. Oh, and there it is. I hate these calls because the receiver goes down and he's defenseless and he's automatically going to get the call. But he floats the ball in there. Let's see if it's helmet to helmet. It is not. Can it be targeting in college if you don't go helmet to helmet? You know what? Here's the bad thing about this. It is not helmet to helmet, but they're probably going to call it anyway. But that quarterback puts that receiver in the worst position. I know that this is going to get called. I do not like the call because how you can't hit. I I don't know. He didn't even hit it. Helmets didn't even contact. I don't know what you're supposed to do right there. I really don't. I don't know how you're supposed to approach that play. Because if you don't go at that receiver to try to get to make the play with any kind of force whatsoever, you're putting yourself at risk. I understand the rule, I just don't like it. We're down 2 starters at this point. Here comes the pass rush. He's going to go to his check down, and it's incomplete as he was standing out of bounds. I think this is I still think I'm still over. I don't like the way they call targeting in college football. It's the only thing that kind of bums me out. I guess everything's targeting mostly. I don't understand. I'm going to read it up a little bit better. I understand. I understand why they call it. I just don't see where the defender, in some instances, has any options of what he can do except just not hit the person. And but if you don't go out there and tackle, you're not playing. This is Division One football. I just think the structure of the call. I think it's a great play, but it just needs to be redone. And there is a blitz coming, and he has to throw it away. 4th and 8. Yeah, 5 major penalties on this drive. And the roughing the passer was anything but. It was just a sack. He tackled him. No helmet to helmet hit. No late hit because he had the ball in his hand. There's no penalty there. UCLA is up for the field goal attempt as Kentucky puts in another field goal and leads Georgia 9-3. Kick is up and good. He squeaked that one in on the right upright. Yeah, it's just a little, I don't know. 28-13. More like flagrants, maybe intent, and whether the football move should be factored. So Sean, I think my biggest complaint with targeting with any of these calls is on the helmet to helmet. If the receiver has to lower his body to go get the ball, then he's bringing his head into the play. So I don't think the defender should be penalized for the receiver going down to get to the ball because he's tackling from a legal position at that point. So on that play, that play on the one that just happened, so that quarterback throws that ball into a position where he's in the middle of a zone and he's in a crossing pattern, and there's 2 guys there. He's in double coverage. He knows that he's going to get hit, and the defender doesn't have any choice. He comes up. He doesn't really go through him. He just lowers it. He puts his shoulder in there, and the receiver goes down to get the ball, and he gets hit in the head. I know intent is bad. It looks bad, but it doesn't mean that it's a flagrant foul. I don't know whether that. I just think it needs to be restructured, or there has to be some nuances to it to make it effective. But these 2 guys sitting on the bench right now for Indiana, I don't think they deserve to be ejected. There's no way that right now that the spread is getting covered in a 15-point ball game. I don't think. Let's see. It's going to take 8. So it'll still take 2 touchdowns because the spread was 3.5. But nice angle, JB. Yeah, 9-3. Georgia's getting the ball back right now. I've been kind of keeping an eye on it from the side view here. It looks like Georgia's getting ready to punt the ball, to be honest. So Kentucky's going to get the ball back. The over-under is 46.5. So we're at 41 right now. One more touchdown, and I'll make that decision. And the other thing, Steve, I noticed that Carson Beck is the quarterback for Georgia. But the player that he threw the pass to was an ETN. I wonder if that's Travis's ETN's brother. I didn't know that because I haven't really kept up with Georgia football. The one way that Indiana can put the brakes on this game is by scoring a touchdown right here. Yeah, Trevor and Travis Etienne sounds about right. But I saw the name and I hadn't noticed it before. Pretty awesome. As Georgia's punting, so. Oh, no. Kicking a field goal, maybe. And there's the run play for Indiana. He's got a hole, and he is going to keep barreling for 7, up to about 8 yards. They blow the whistle after 7. But Kentucky's defense continues to hold, and that's big time story because Georgia is the pick this year. Second down and 2. Good play for Indiana. It looks like they're going to blitz. There's the handoff. Good job by Rourke to pick up the blitz and hand the ball out there. He sees the field really well, and I'm so impressed by him. May not be an NFL guy, may not have all that glamour in his game, but man, he is solid at the quarterback position. And that is a 1st and 10, and that's going to get the clock under 12 minutes to go here. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off again. Indiana's going to be content. He bounces it to the outside. He's going to get really close to a 1st down. He's going to get 9 yards on that carry. That is a different running back this time. I think his name was Lofton, but there is a flag. And there's a 10-yard foul on Indiana's offensive line. Surprise, surprise. Let's see. And let go. You got to let go. If you don't let go, it's a hold. It is a hold. That's an easy call. That's going to force Indiana to throw the ball a little bit here. 1st and 20. Ball's back to their own 30. Checks it down to the wide receiver. He's got a lane. He's going to get 10 of that back in one play, make it 14. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd down and 6 or 7. Indiana is actually good. This Curtis Rourke fundamental is very solid at the quarterback position. He doesn't make mistakes. He makes good reads. That was a 14-yard gain, by the way, so it's 2nd down and 6. And the defense is pretty good when they're allowed to be. This targeting call, 1st down completion right there, that looked like a horse collar tackle. That's Cross. He has been a very good target today. Clock's going to roll down. Rourke is 22 of 29 today. Fundamental 260 and 3 scores. What's up, Frank? IU looks pretty good. I know UCLA is not good, not really supposed to be a good team, but we've never been a really good team. He audibles out. There's a play. He hands it off, and he's going to get about a yard or 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down, as Indiana is very content running the ball right now. I think there's some. I think there's some bad on UCLA though, but they have some really good players. There's a lot of talented players on that team. I think the quarterback has just been that good today. Yeah, he's been great, dude. This Rourke he's the best option for quarterback. He doesn't make mistakes. There's a nice little wide receiver screen. He's got a lane. He's going to get the first down. I think there's going to be a flag that comes in from the back judge. I'm not sure what that's going to be unless he tackled him by his face mask. Let's see. Is it a hold? So far, it's not a hold. That's close. He let go. I don't know. We'll say that that's fair. All right, now it's 2nd down and 13 after the big hold call there. And he runs right into the defense there. He's going to get about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 10. The officials have taken over this game with the penalties in the second half. There was hardly any in the first half. That's a 12-man on the field. What a nice throw across the middle for a first down. Should have been 12 men on the field on the defense as they got the snap off before the 12th man got off the field. Indiana goes hurry up there and really catches the defense off guard. Cross with another big play. Huge play there for Indiana. That might have been the one that seals the game, to be honest. It was third. They would be either kicking a field goal or going for it here on 4th. What a nice run on first down for 7 yards. The penalties have been just through the roof in this half. I cannot wait to go back through the statistics and look at how many yards of penalties Indiana has had to overcome. 7:39 to go. Thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out. That's offsides. Back to pass. There's the flag. Throws it down the field. Back shoulder throw caught. Touchdown, Indiana. Cooper Jr. gets the score. Rourke throws the back shoulder throw to the corner, and he played it perfectly. The defensive back was not looking back. That's going to be a defensive penalty that's declined, and that's going to be 6 points. Rourke makes a great read here. He looks for single coverage, fires to it. The receiver sees it, back shoulders him. Perfect. The defensive back had no chance. Extra point is up and is good. Like I said earlier, I don't think this UCLA team is a great team, but this is a really good win for this program. I think at any time, I think the Pac-12, I think the teams are pretty weak for the most part, with the exception of Oregon, Washington. Um, I mean, that's the two that come to mind right off. But being able to come in here and go to UCLA first time for the Big Ten to come out here and put up 35 points and play a pretty flawless game on offense. I know the penalties are going to be, talked about on the defense, but they've only gave this team 13 points. They've only let them in the end zone one time. Chip Kelly was a good coach, Sean, in all honesty. I know that he went to Ohio State to be the OC there, but this, and I think it's Deshaun Foster who played there, coached under him for 10 years. It's a good spot for him, and I probably got his name wrong for this coach, and I apologize if I did. Um, but he's been there for a while. Bringing in Eric Bieniemy for the OC really is, I think, steps in the right direction. The quarterback has been serviceable. They just they just miss a lot of tackles. But I do agree that Chip Kelly was helping that program. It just seems like anytime UCLA or USC starts to fix their problems, it feels like they either somebody's taken away from them, or you know it it kind of feels like Duke with their football program. They're always looked at kind of as a basketball school, and they can just never get over the hump for football. And then, but I know there's a lot of money invested out there for USC and UCLA. So to me, this win for Indiana is great. I'm going to be really happy with it. Anybody that's checked in, thank you guys very much for stopping in tonight. Smash it. I appreciate it. It's free and it helps me. Stop in tomorrow afternoon at 4:25 to see myself and Alex as we go head to head with our own teams playing as the Bengals travel to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. It'll be a bloodbath, which I'll probably lose. 33 likes, I definitely appreciate them. All right, Indiana's going to kick it off. They're going to kick it out of the end zone, it looks like. UCLA has 7 minutes and 28 seconds to try to put something together here. It's going to take a meltdown by Indiana to give this one away at this point. I look to see UCLA go down and get a score here, but have to burn some clock in doing it. First and 10. There's the snap, back to pass, looking down the field, fires over the middle. It's complete. Harden, the running back, has been very good today. He's been the safety net for that quarterback all single day, all day. Second down and 4. They're going hurry up now. Here comes pressure. There's a hit. That's a turnover. That's an interception. Where's the flag? That was more of roughing the passer than the turnover right there. Pressure was coming, and that is an interception. Hoosiers ball. I look for the backups to play the rest of the game. I'm excited. That's the first real mistake that the quarterback has made since the fumble in the first drive of the game. We'll take it. It's been a complete game for this Hoosier team. Man, I'm excited, dude. Golly. We haven't had a 3-0 start that I can remember. I can't ever remember a 3-0 start. I'm looking now. Um, Whoa. Maybe I'm wrong. A win in the Rose Bowl, Jake. I'll take it. I mean, not the Rose Bowl. I guess Tom Allen's team, yeah, 3-0 in 2022. I didn't remember that. And Eric, nice to see you. Thank you very much for the comment. Took me a minute to get there. Kudos. Yeah, you're right. I didn't remember that. So I was remembering wrong. I thought it was a 2-1, but cool. Well, let's see if we can make it. Got that one in place. Let's see about next week. What do we got? Dun, 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 dun. Where's the schedule at? Uh, at Charlotte next week. University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Yeah, man, Rourke has been on time. Look at his passing statistics today. Just putting that into perspective, I haven't been on the stats page in a while. But let's go over there just for S's and G's. 25, 32, 307, and 4 touchdowns. That's got to be a perfect, as close to a perfect passer rating as you can get. Looks like some of the starters for Indiana is out. Play action, looking downfield, fires it over the middle, complete, down to the 20-yard line. They're saying incomplete. Why is it? Looked like he caught it. Oh. Surratt loses it at the last second. I don't think they're going to call that a completion. Catch. 1, 2. That is so close. I say it's incomplete. And they do too. Second down and 10, 6:57 to go. There's a handoff. And he's going to get about 4 yards, maybe 5, as they blow the whistle. Yeah, Rourke has been outstanding. There's their schedule. They got, I mean, the next 2 games are very winnable. Oh, they're home against Charlotte. Home against Charlotte and Maryland. Then they go to Northwestern. They don't play a ranked opponent until the 19th. And then they got Michigan, Ohio State, and Purdue at the end of the season. I think this is a bowl team. Going to run it to the edge. He's going to get – that's a horse collar. There it is. That's got to be a horse collar tackle. They've not been calling it all game. It's the first time they've called it, but it's happened like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And that is the exact description of what a horse collar tackle is, and not to mention the helmet to helmet after that if we're going to get picky. Rourke's been amazing today. I would be pulling him out of the game right now, honestly. 5:47 to go. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 14. There's the snap. They're going to run the clock all the way down before they snap it. There's the handoff. He's going to bust through the hole. There it is. He's got a line. He's going to walk into the end zone. Number 21 for Indiana. Haven't seen him get many carries today, but he's going to take it straight to the house. That is Green. Green gets the touchdown for Indiana right here. I'm just running it right up the gut. Extra point. 5:29 to go. Kick is up and perfect. Indiana gets it up to 42-13 as this game has gotten out of hand. With all the stuff that's happened in this game, the officiating did not help them at all. But you expect that when you're on the road. Jake, welcome to the Big Ten, UCLA. Yeah, that's a rough way to start your journey into a new conference, right? UCLA has played well at times, but this team has just consistently beat them on every facet of the game. Another just a great performance. I didn't know what I expected from UCLA, but it definitely wasn't this. I thought that this would be a tighter game. I thought that, being out there on the West Coast, being one of the biggest schools out there, and with all the money that that they have to invest in their university, that you would think that there would be a better product on the field. And I know that all these recruits are probably a lot higher than most of the guys that we got. I think we outcoached them today. I feel like coaching and game plan is what won this game. I don't think that kid Garbers is a bad quarterback by any stretch of the imagination, but he had a rough day. 14 for 23, 137, a fumble, and an interception. You're not going to win many games like that. Their best running back, who I thought had a great game, has only got 49 yards rushing. He's got 41 yards receiving. He's been their best player, TJ Harden. Keep that kid in mind. Justice Ellison's been great for Indiana. 10 carries, 47 yards. Mike Cross, 6 receptions, 90 yards, and a touchdown for the receiving guys. Done a great job today. It has been just a really good performance by this Indiana team and their defense, holding UCLA to, let's see, what's the total yardage here? Just over 200 yards. Take that any day of the week. I can't wait to see how UCLA fares against other teams in the Big Ten. I'm not really going to look into their schedule right now because I don't care that much. But that gets Indiana top of the Big Ten right now with Michigan State, it looks like. Let's flip over, and it looks like Georgia is not doing any better. No, they are. Georgia has all of a sudden got the lead now, 13-9. How did that happen? Wow. Well, so far they've got Kentucky shut down in the fourth quarter, and they've got the lead. So they got a field goal before we left them the last time, made it 9-6, and they just put 7 on the board. So Kentucky's got their back against the wall. There's the kickoff. (42-13). Jake, I'm hoping for a very healthy season for Indiana. I think untimely injuries and not having people prepared to fill those spots from the depth side of it has been probably the biggest detriment to the program. I'm hoping for a healthy year. And there's a 10-yard run on first down. UCLA has replaced their quarterback. Garbers is now out. Number 6 is now in. I don't know his name, but I think nobody wants to get hurt, so they're going to put the backups in. 5:07 to go. You guys have been amazing tonight. Thank you guys so much. Georgia with the lead. Texas wins 56-7. Alabama wins 42-10. Wisconsin got smacked around. Ole Miss put up 40 against Wake Forest. There's a handoff. He's going to bust through the hole. He's going to get about 2 yards. Well defended there by the defensive line of Indiana. That's Berger on the carry. Yeah, the last 3 games of the season for Indiana are going to be the trying. They get Washington at home. That ought to be awesome. We'll see how they fare. I hope that maybe they're better than what I think. Handoff, pushes forward and has no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Third down and 8. Everybody on the Indiana team seems to be wearing a smile. As I think this is a big win for them. It's going to give them some confidence going into they play Charlotte next week. Back to throw, looking. He dumps it off to his check down. He's going to get close to a first down, but he's going to be about 3 yards short. Clock's going to keep ticking. Berger with the reception. This will be it. One more play for the offense for UCLA, and it may be curtains. Indiana should be, they're going to punt. So that's it. Yep. Dave, you're right. UCLA, that's why it's a huge win for this program. UCLA is thought of as a top-tier school, and it probably is. They probably invest more money in their football program than we do, for sure. And just to annihilate them on their own home field is very important. I like that. National brand. You right. And this guy, Signetti, has been he's done a great job. UCLA goes to LSU next week. Bro. I don't think Los Angeles people really have fandom. I think they just hate everything. They show up for if their team's in the Super Bowl. All right, 2:31 to go. There's the handoff. And that's a nice hold to the outside, but it's closed very quickly. Green gets about 3 yards. Oh, wow. That's a great question, Dave. How many Big Ten schools invest less in football than Indiana in football? Maybe Rutgers and Maryland. Yeah, dude. Los Angeles is the fairest of the fair weather fans for sure. They, like I said, they don't show up unless there is something. Unless there is something, it's like a regular season game's just not good enough. Yeah, Maryland used to have that Under Armour money, but I don't think this Indiana program really invests a lot in their football program. I missed Apple Cup. I couldn't be happier with the outcome today. Yeah, you know what? I'm telling you that can't be easy, dude. Coming into the Big Ten, even for like an ACC school, I know that when Maryland transferred in, I know they had immediate success in basketball, but I don't think they had it in football. The football in the Big Ten is probably the equivalent of the AFC North. It's just brutal as far as football schools go. Um, SEC is not. I don't think the SEC is near as physical. If I think it's the SEC and ACC are more of a high powered, up and down the field type of schools. Speaking of which, I'm going to check on Kentucky. Kentucky is driving. They got the ball on the Georgia 32, first down and 10, 8:51 to go. But as far as physicality goes, the Big Ten football is probably the most physical. Yeah, and not to mention coming east this many times in the season is new for these Pac-12 teams. Bruins go to LSU, Oregon, at Penn State. They've got 5 remaining games that are against ranked teams. Playing Iowa is not going to be easy. Going to Washington probably isn't going to be easy. Fresno State may be the only opportunity that Fresno State, maybe Minnesota, who knows? Yeah, no doubt. That's a long flight. Right. There's another handoff. Green's going to try to get the edge. He's brought down in the backfield. Nice tackle by number 20 there, coming off the edge to catch him. Good speed. Clock's going to continue to tick here. 1:43. Don't think we're going to see any more scoring in this. $1:21 to go. There's the handoff. He's going to try to get up the middle. He's going to get about 6 yards on 3rd and 9. Yeah, that one really kind of has me. I was really not really sure why Indiana has their starters still out there on the line. I would be giving my backups a few reps, but it's over now. JJ or Jake, nice to see you, bro. Thank you very much, Dave. Thanks for coming in late. If anybody wants to hang out with Alex and I tomorrow, we'll be banging out during the Bengals and the Chiefs. It's going to be rough. Indiana takes the delay penalty here, and they're going to punt. The final should be good to go. I'm going to put it up as a final. We're going to get there. It's good to see you, JJ or Jake. God, I keep saying JJ. It's nice to see you and JB, and everybody that stopped in tonight. Sean, thanks for the great commentary. I appreciate it. Um, Other people, Eric, thank you for the info. Frank Yoder, what's up? Thank you so much today. Fundamental, thank you. Steve, thanks for stopping by. You guys are always awesome. Tony V, missed you, bro. Balin, always good. Thank you so much. Bengals get called for another penalty. Miss Charlie, bringing a lot to the table in the sports world. Darius is gone now. I told him I thought UCLA could come back until they blew it. Papa Poncho, check it out, 7, the Illini fan. Thank you for being here today. It was fun meeting you and talking with you as well. Had a good day, man. A lot of nice folks in here today. Get to the bottom here. And of course, Adam. 13 seconds to go. Why Argue says easiest money ever. You know what, bro? And I didn't even bet on the game because I don't bet on my team. I thought I had it up. I had my sports book app up and I didn't. Jake says go Cincy. Thank you, bro. 6 seconds. One more play. We'll need to run off and it will be final. Looks like Alex and I's schedule for this week will be tomorrow at 4:25, where we get to duke it out with our teams. Monday Night Football. Yeah, it was. I had it at 3.5. Why? Yeah, Memphis spanked Florida State. Seems like they lost everything in the draft last year. Cry to be in the national playoff, and then they start 0-3. Sunday Night Football is the only question. So it looks like a game that we really don't want to do, Adam. I'm not going to lie. To watch C.J. Stroud just beat up on Caleb Williams. But if anybody's looking for something, Caleb Williams on the road tomorrow, he's not going to have an easy time. I don't know what the line is on that game, but I'm betting on Houston. Yeah, Florida State, everything they had went in the draft. D-line, receiver, quarterback, those guys were all gone. Now they're all in the NFL. Jordan Travis may end up being a decent NFL quarterback if he beefs up a little bit. Yeah, I think Houston's got. I think Chicago has a little bit of an opportunity to score points tomorrow, but I went back and watched Caleb Williams and didn't see much. If it wasn't for Will Levis just giving them that game, I didn't see them. If their offense can click, yeah, and that's all on the quarterback. They've got to get him to where in a set of plays that he's comfortable with. But that Tennessee defense is good. It's not great, and they made him look pretty ugly. He was the worst part of what I saw last week. I do like Houston in that game. I don't know what the spread is, but Bucks at Lions is going to be an amazing game, dude. That's probably the game of the day tomorrow. And me being a Bengals fan and playing the Chiefs, I'm saying that. But I would much rather see that game. Dave says I get the privilege of watching Malik Willis tomorrow. Dave, you know what? I thought the same thing, and I went and I did some research, and they said that he has had a very good offseason. They said that he has actually taken a huge leap from where he was at. So don't fret. Maybe he's going to be okay. I don't know. Houston 6.5. I think I'll take that bet. I'll take Houston at -6.5 tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that their offense is going to put up more than one touchdown more than Chicago. Why stop in here tomorrow at 4:25 and we'll talk about the night games. But yeah, because I love talking odds and stuff. I agree. I think Willis is going to be in for 3 games. Chicago's defense will not score. It's good to meet you, dude. You guys are all phenomenal. This would have been easy money if I was to bet on my team today. The 3.5 did not seem like it was accurate as from basically what they told us about UCLA coming in. But anybody that's in here tomorrow, I'll see you guys at 4 o'clock or so. That's what time we'll log in. Alex will be in here fired up, and she has the day off tomorrow, so I'm sure she'll be well rested. So she'll be full of it. Let's check in one more time here. Kentucky is down by a point, so I would suggest everybody swing over and watch the end of that game if you have the ability. I will see everybody tomorrow night, Sunday, 4:25, Monday night football, Tuesday night recap stream, Wednesday night picks, and Thursday night football. That's our schedule for next week so far. There could be more. Much love to everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let me find something to leave you with. I'll leave you with the Sharks. I love the Sharks. Alex doesn't like them, but I do.